Yeah. Uh,
All right. Jess, you think we're ready to get started?
yeah, we can give another minute and then get started. I think we're check the registration too.
All right, you let me know when to go live. Okay, let's get going. You okay with that, Jess?
Yep, let's do it.
All right, cool. So, quick training set. It should take us about 10 minutes, maybe 15 if we have questions. We're going to show you our consultation workflows today. So, how do consultation workflows work? There are three types of consultations you can have activated on your big agent landing page: the buy a home, sell a home, and the client lifestyle experiences. And you can see those tiles here. See, buy a home, sell a home, and client lifestyle. So how do these work? What do you use them for? Well, let's take the buyer consultation first. We know that buyer agency and selling buyer agency may be challenging for agents. It's something new. And one of the hardest parts about it is just collecting information and data. So we wanted a better way for you to collect the information needed to fill out your buyer agency agreement. And soon we'll be releasing a feature that'll allow you to fill out the buyer agency agreement right through the system, but it's not out yet. So for this call, let's just focus on buyer agency information collection. So I'll hit the buy a home workflow on my landing page. And notice that this workflow, or consultation workflow as we call it, has its own URL. See this URL here? What I recommend is this is the URL that you text message to a customer. So let's put ourselves in a scenario. I start working a lead and they say, I want to go see a property this weekend. We know that we got to get a buyer agency agreement signed. So what I would do is I would go to my landing page and hit the buyer agency URL. And I would copy this and put it into a text message. I would text the client and say, great, do me a favor while I reach out to the listing agent and see when the timeframes are available. Please fill out the following a questionnaire, and I would text message this link to my customer. The customer would go in and start filling it out. It takes only a couple of minutes. So let's do one together. We'll make Jess my test for today. So Jessica, Ronzo, see how it fills out their data for them if they've ever filled out anything before. It'll put your information in, like phone numbers, first name, last name, email. What's the best time to contact them? If there's a co-buyer, it'll ask for the co-buyer information. What type of property are you interested in? What's the intended use? What's the time frame they're looking to buy in? What's your maximum purchase price? New construction or pre-existing? What areas are you looking in? What school districts? These are actually buyer agency questions in disguise, right? What area you're looking in needs to be on the buyer agency agreement. number of stories of the property, number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, garage spaces. Sorry about that. I dropped off. Can everybody hear me?
We can hear you now. Yep, you disappeared for a minute.
No problem. So number of garage spaces, what features the client's looking for, any more amenities or something that's a must-have. So I'll put needs a pool. Are you paying cash or getting a mortgage? Oh, I'm getting a mortgage. Would you like a comparison for my referral partner? No. Do you have a house to sell? Oh, you do? Now it does a listing opportunity. What's the address of the house that you want to sell? What do you think that house is worth? And then it'll do a disclaimer that you can customize and a TCPA opt-in. Hit finish, hit OK, and done. The buyer is done. A 5-minute questionnaire. Now, when you go through your agent portal and you log into the back end, if you hit your leads button here, look what's there. There's Jessica's information. And now I can click on Jessica and look what I have. I have all the information on Jessica needed for me to go fill out my buyer agency agreement. I have all of her contact information, her address. If I hit the buyer tab, I have the different houses she's looking at, the area she's looking at, what type of house she's interested in. If I hit the seller tab, I can see that she has a property that she may want to list. If I hit the financing tab, I can see who she filled out she got pre-approved with. I even have a file management tracker where I can go upload different copies of my buyer agency agreement. So a nice, easy way. All you have to do is send the link. So I encourage all of you to try it. Next time you got a buyer, go in and copy and paste this link and ask them to fill out the questionnaire. You'll get an email that shows you when the buyer finished filling out the questionnaire, and you can go in and grab all the data. So what else can the system do? The other workflows work exactly the same. We'll go take a look at them. There's one for a seller. So let's say you have a listing opportunity. If you have a listing opportunity, hit the Sell My Home workflow. See that? And you can send out this link here. Let's do a seller one. So first name, I'll do Alice this time. What's your address? So it does all the contact information. Phone number, best way to call them. Are you working with an agent? The address of the listing, the value of the listing, how many stories it is, the number of bedrooms it has, number of bathrooms, the approximate square footage, if it has any condo fees, annual property taxes, the reason they're selling. This is really important. Maybe they want to buy another house. What features the listing has. Asking them to give you a description of the listing. Tell me about what other things are in the area. The preferred time frame they want to sell in. If they're open to any incentives, concessions for buyers. Any additional information they want to tell you. A opt-in disclaimer, a TCPA, so you can call them. And that's it, done. Now, we will be coming out with a new version soon that's going to ask them to even have options to take pictures of all of the house. So take pictures of the front, take pictures of the side, and it'll drop those pictures in your file drive. And the same thing, when the agent goes into their portal and they hit their leads, here's that seller client. Here's Alice. And now I can go and I can hit the seller tab and see all the information about the house they're looking to sell. So I can go put it in a listing presentation. And we roll out the new version of this, it'll put all the pictures of the house right in your file drive for you. So what's the final one for today? The final one is the client lifestyle questionnaire. This one. This is perfect if you have a person that's already in process and you're trying to figure out what the best closing gift is. So let's see what the lifestyle is. Let's begin. Always starts with their contact info. So if you wanted to put somebody mid-transaction into your database, lifestyle is perfect for that. Contact information, preferred method of contact. Now it's going to ask them, let's look at the lifestyle questionnaires. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite restaurant? Your personal profile. What do you like to do? What are you into? Do you watch movies or read books? I'd rather watch a movie. Do you cook at home or eat out? I eat out. Apple, iPhone, or other? Or I'm sorry, Apple, Android, or other? iPhone, Android, or other? I'm going to choose iPhone. Starbucks or Dunkin'? Oh, Starbucks. What's your favorite season? I like fall. Night owl or early bird? Night owl. Do you have pets? I do. What are their names? Do you have any kids? Nope. That's it. And now you profiled the customer. They finished it. It took them 30 seconds to fill it out. Now you can go in to your leads. And here we go. Here's Matthew right here. And I hit lifestyle. And I can see all the stuff to figure out what the best closing gift is. And of course, puts all the client info in my database. How do I get information out of my database? I hit the leads button. I hit export. And I put it into Excel, and I can see all of the data in Excel for all of my leads and my clients, so I can move it over to my CRM if I need to. All right, Jess, that's the training for today. You told me I got to keep them to 10 minutes. That one was right at 10 minutes. Any questions before we go? Any questions on buyer agent, seller agent, or lifestyle questionnaires and consultations? Cool. Well, it doesn't look like we have any questions. I encourage all of you to go and try this out with some of your clients. Give us some feedback. If there's more questions you want, email into
Matt, there
support.
is one question in there.
Okay, let's see. Here we go. Yes, we're able to customize the questions. We can do customized workflows for you. You have to submit it in. You can't do the settings yourself, so you got to let us know what questions and language options. So one, the system does automatically convert to different language packages. So if the borrower's cell phone is set in a different language, it'll ask the questions in different languages. But I like the preferred language question. So if you want, if we agree, I will put that into a buyer and seller workflow. What language do you prefer? We can definitely put that in there. We have that as a mortgage question, so we'll put it in the real estate one. I appreciate that. We will build that into our next version. And let us know any other questions that you want. Put them in the chat. Any questions we may have missed, and we can program those in as well.
Matt, what if they're not using their cell phone? One of them asked. What if they have like an iPad?
Yeah.
Or
So
another,
I'll show you. Let's do something kind of crazy. What happens if let's say what happens if it's in like a different language, like I don't know, Mandarin. Hold on, let me see if I can do this. Whatever language the computer you're on, the cell phone you're on, or the tablet you're on, whatever it is, okay, whatever that language setting is. So I'll put it in French, for example. I'm in
Matt, I think
trouble
you're
loading
frozen.
the landing page. Well, it translates all of it. I don't know why my browser's not working in Chrome, but the whole thing translates. So every icon, every question, all of these will translate into whatever language you want. Whatever one is set up on the person's device. Whether it be laptop, desktop, iPad, or cell phone. All right, Jess, is that it for questions?
Looks like that's it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.